Good day. This video is to tell you how to replace a 2004-2005 Toyota LandCruiser LC3, LC4 radio. Take the old head unit out and to explain how to put in an xtrons PCD66HGTA. That radio there. I'm not going to talk through how to take the dashboard apart, as there's enough videos on that, but what I will cover is whether 1, the radio fits, 2, if the electrical connections are configured correctly, 3, 1 or 2 small tips to address or some wiring challenges, and 4, to see if it actually works as it says it does in the box. This video will come and go into bits as I work my way through it. Okay, so the good news is the radio fits in very well. It's a snug tight fit all the way around, as you can see. It bolts in using the correct bolt holes on the sides. I was a little bit confused by the wiring when I first put it in, but if you take the wiring that is on the plastic wiring loom down the left and disconnect the cables from it and reconnect the new wiring loom to this piece, it'll all bolt in seamlessly. I put the GPS tracker on top of the unit under there. The radio does have a GPS testing software, so before I stuck it on there I did make sure it worked appropriately and it was accurate to within 7 feet, which is not too bad when you're traveling on the motorway. I'm right next to my property, so you may well find that it'll work better on the open road. When it came to the wiring loom itself, I connected the reverse end cable to a switch that you can buy on eBay for your reversing camera, and that reversing switch, as soon as I pressed the button, it turned it on, which I will show you later in the functionality. What else did I do? I have connected, there's a brown cable called a break-in cable. Basically that's supposed to connect to your handbrake, and what happens is you can't watch the DVD unless the handbrake is on, which I suppose is a safety feature, but not always applicable if you've got kids who are watching from the back. So I have connected the break-in cable to the earth cable. At first I thought it had to connect to the power, but no, it connects to the earth, and that means that you can watch the screen, which I will show you a bit later. There are cables that come out the back of the old radio which you no longer need, so they are these cables here. There's 1, 2, 3 or 4 of them that you no longer require, and you can probably just push those back over the top. The other thing that is worth doing is, if you are going to put in the camera, which I am doing up there, and you're going to put in the digital DAB radio, then you've only got one USB cable off the back of this. So I have acquired myself a USB splitter, which I will put under the dashboard somewhere here, close to the pedal, so that all the cables can connect to it and I can get to it easily if I want to attach anything else to it. I have put in a reversing cable camera which goes to the back, and that works as it should, and I'll show you how that works later. So far so good. I have some questions on the software, but I will show you that in due course. The other thing to note is your wiring loom for the radio will have 3 sockets. One, it might say RAV4 on it, but it will connect into your LandCruiser. That goes to all the key cables down in that unit down there. Then there's a smaller unit which connects to the back speakers, I think, but that requires unplugging from a different cable. And then there's a third one, this one. At first I was a bit confused as to what it was, but this connects to any steering wheel controls you may have. My LandCruiser doesn't have them, so I won't be connecting that up. I'll just left it as blank. I have connected all of this up to test it works, and everything is working as expected. I'm now going through the reassembly of all the wires into the dashboard. I'll show you the functionality thereafter. So you don't want these wires to get in the way, because when you put the radio in, there's probably not that much space. And these are the old wires we took out the back of the CD FM radio. So what I'm doing with these is there's a gap just below the air vents that I'm putting them into, just to get them out the way. There's no need to disconnect them or anything else. Don't cut them off. You never know, you might put your old radio back for whatever reason. But they're all out the way. You can see the GPS tracker at the top there with no wires on top of it. It's got strong signal. I have connected the aerial cable. I've connected the GPS cable. Here's the wiring loom connected to the cables in this white box. Follow all the way back around and we'll plug back in. I'm just going to connect up the fan and all the other pieces. Sorry for going out of focus. And put it back in. So all the cables that I need to go down the side, I'm putting underneath the air vent so they're out the way.